the old expression, the camera doesn't lie. It's very true. And despite how we present certain things, the audience is so smart. They pick up little nuances. They pick up a certain gleam in your eye, a certain way that you walk, when you're around certain people and all of that. And they do it sometimes not realizing it, but it doesn't matter whether they do or they don't. The camera doesn't lie. One of the really nice things about the fact that, when you look back on their professional relationship and the Macho Man was rude to Miss Elizabeth and all of that, and Miss Elizabeth was this darling little kitten type, who took the abuse, but, did it in style and, and whatever. They're, all while this is going on, that they're, having personal problems, and, I think that anyone who knows Randy Savage, not that Miss Elizabeth is the, I guess maybe the be-all and end-all of the female side of things, but, Randy's volatile. And from a temperamental standpoint, Randy can be, docile one moment and the next moment, he's flying off the handle. So living with Randy and traveling with him, and they're professional, the rigors of the two of them on the road is brutal. I mean, just think about it. If you have a very, very attractive wife, as Miss Elizabeth was, and if you're sort of prone to be paranoid anyhow, which Randy was, certainly in those days, just the rigors of just everyday traveling and being around 30 other guys, who are traveling, most of them single, and most of them very virile and whatever, and just glancing over. I mean, it was like, it drove Randy nuts. And, from Elizabeth's standpoint, she would just strike up conversations. I mean, Pat Patterson had to be like a referee and, a personal escort and everything else to try and make that happen, so that Randy wouldn't just blow sky high or that Elizabeth wouldn't make the wrong move. Or, it was like, if Randy had his way, he would bring Elizabeth to an arena, put her in a closet, lock the door, and unlock it when it was ready to go out, to perform. It's like the rigors of being on the road itself, just looking out for yourself is tough. This is a tough business. Having a wife is part of the whole thing. It had to be tough on both of them, but nonetheless, there was that personal chemistry, and there was that respect in those days. Subsequently, of course, they were divorced, but there was that respect, and that admiration, and I really think they loved each other, and I really think that's what made it work.